The next thing you have to consider when you bring in the data is all about capturing all the metadata information associated with the data. So I'm just going to give you a few examples on when what kind of metadata that's interest. So this is part of the curation process. So when you move from the data from landing zone to a process zone. So the key aspect is when you bring in the data is who is the business owner, what are their contact details, emails, and most importantly, what is the business context in which is captured, and what is the frequency of the data collection. How do you actually collect this data? Uh, what is the schema of this data sets that you're bringing in? Most of the time, the schema is automatically captured on the fly by the tool itself, but you need to make sure that the process is in place to actually capture the schema on the fly. And if the and if the schema changes, you need to capture that as well. And what is the data origin for the system? What is the source system that's coming from? What is the name of the business system that's being used? And if you have any data quality metrics that's being computed in your data quality framework, capture that and then keep it here as well. And then you have to also capture the data lineage. So the business is not interested in the lineage if they are actually consuming the data. It's only those data analysts, if you really want to understand what has actually changed and who changed the data, why my reports are not consistent, they really want to understand what path the data actually took to reach that report. So that comes to the data lineage. And then you need to have a good business glossary. So some of the tools that's already doing good job in the space is waterline data and also talent. And let's talk about controls. So if you look at what is the requirement for having a good controls in the EDM framework is that you need to have authorized access. So only authorized users are able to come into your platform. And then they are authenticated within the network in terms of only those authenticated users get access to the data. And then the disk has to be encrypted to provide data security. And then it should allow some kind of a multi-tenancy where um, irrespective of your business, they should have their own private space, and then they should be able to share data within themselves as well. So that's one of the key requirements. And also the data traffic between a business system or between the platform or between different ecosystem components have to be encrypted. So these are the strong controls we need in place. So some of the so Mapr actually provides this provides all the controls out of the box. It provides a very secure cluster, and then you enable data access through Mapr drill views, and then you set something called access control expressions on the top of the Apache drill views that enables you to share data and also restrict the group of people that you want to share. So in this case, it actually tailors who have access to what kind of data. And also some of the disk encryption is completely, it takes advantage of the native OS as well.